The legend continues yet as the Hood Attorney goes through trials and tribulations. It is time for the trial. February 10th, 9:39 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself? Yeah, morning, Pearl. Nick, please tell me, what's gonna happen to Maya? I'm sorry. We don't know yet. The investigation's still going on, so I wasn't allowed to enter Inner Temple. Oh, I see. So is Iris still trying to remove those trip locks in the training hall? No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the Inner Temple. She's required to be here in court. Then how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby? I gotta admit, it's a little strange. If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby. Edris? What's Iris doing over there? She's going over today's testimony to the prosecutor as we speak. Today's testimony? You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution. Wait, what? The prosecutor is squeezing her for a confession. Or so I heard. Franziska, what the fuck are you doing? I know what you're thinking, but Franziska isn't going to be the prosecutor today. It's Big G, isn't it? What? Then who is? Who else would it be? But Big G. Got it? Franziska is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern. The Sacred Cavern? You mean that she's... Exactly. She has been out there all night, trying to remove those trick locks. With the head and assistance, naturally. We estimate that the last of the locks were taken care of in about 3 hours. If everything continues to go smoothly, and we'll receive some good news soon. Yeah, thanks, IG. Prosecutor God intends to nail this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow. You gotta tell me that. I know. I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-bitten, frantic maniac you were yesterday. Strange. On the way here, I decided that today will be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made that decision, I wasn't getting stronger. Interesting. Maybe you've passed your cold onto someone else, literally. And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands, partner. Until next time. I saw enough answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case. The circumstances around the murder of Miss Elise. No, I mean Missy Faye. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. And what that woman is really after. I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. Really hyping it up. February 10th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 7. Oh snap, you already know. It's about to get, here we go. All rise. Court is now in session. Your Honor? What are you... Who, me? Well, my little brother came to visit me in my chambers earlier this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever. Oh, therefore I'll be standing in for him. Oh, that's his brother? Oh, that's so cute. That explains a lot. My poor brother, who was a little bit pale, not to mention sad that he couldn't be here. It is impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. This is precisely why people feel the need to judge the past. And we as a court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment. Well said, Big G. I understand exactly what you said. Anyways, up until the end, anyway. Anyway, Big G, please proceed with your opening statement. Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There is only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world. The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug. So, then you mean, forget it. What do you mean? During yesterday's trial, the accuser refused to admit her role in the crime. But today, she has had a change of heart. Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple has a confession to make. Confession? The defendant? Iris, why didn't she discuss this with me first? Alright. School will now hear the defendant's confession. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules. My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hazakura Temple. Is there something that you want to confess to? Yes. But first, I want to apologize to Wright. I can't continue lying to everyone anymore. It's alright. What is it? Right. I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident. Are you actually confessing? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Elise Duxton? No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with a cover-up after the murder took place. After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise and carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard, where I desecrated it. What? I didn't even like actually like take in that statement. I have no idea what she said. Witness, are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder? Yes, that's correct. What? Oh, Sam, oh my gosh, she was an accomplice. 3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in a cold sweat. Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something. It just happens to be that in this case, it's to murder. Isn't that right, boy? That ditch. So is confession. So this is the confession they were conferring about. Pain to say this, but it looks like Iris' testimony was all a lie. Shove into a pocket. Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? Iris was covering up for someone? And I'm definitely up to creep without a paddle, or a life jacket. I've been at Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the carrying tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family. Sorry, but main family? Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself, if need be, to protect her. The daughter of the master of the Cure Rain channeling technique. Mystic Maya Fey. Huh? Wake up and smell the coffee, boy. She's naming Maya? Wait, naming her for what? Alright, everyone calm down. So not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer. I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the wait, what? I missed something. And then they cleaned up the area to try to protect her. Hold it right there. That's ridiculous. Why can never do such... The defense will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime? Testimony time? That was perfectly unexpected. I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction. Okay. I need to pay attention. The real murderer. I went to the inner temple that night and saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. Can't blame her for it. It's a little hard to believe considering that her mother attacked. That can't be true. You moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You got the instincts of a true criminal. There's some things are not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday. The Iris never went to the inner temple that night. And that the person who did it, and who did their Diggo, was that woman. I think admitted it. Could have been a lie. Okay, expose this bitch. The real murderer. Round one. She said she never went to the inner temple. Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. You said yesterday that on the night of the murder, you didn't go to the inner temple. Did she now? Too bad for you, but she said yesterday doesn't mean much today. By the way, where were you when she claimed that she didn't go? It was in the inner temple's training hall. Private conversation between the two of you does not constitute testimony. That would be properly described as hearsay. What are you gonna say to witness? I just couldn't tell him the truth at that time. So Maya, she's your girlfriend, isn't she? I didn't want to be the one to break it to you that I saw her commit murder. There, we understand how difficult this is for you. Anyway, let's continue the testimony. So he's not going to deny that? Alright. Interesting. You're saying that the victim attacked Maya, or Miss Faye. Yes, it was a truly frightening scene. Miss Faye Maya was struck hard on the head and looked like she was going to collapse. What were you doing at the time? Why'd you stop them from fighting? I'm sorry, right? I was frightened. I couldn't move. I couldn't even speak, I was in such shock. That's understandable. This doesn't sound right. I don't believe this is testimony. I don't either. Strike. She moved into the fatal strike. I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon. Wait a minute. What was this weapon? It was some kind of dagger. A dagger, eh? And at least Tuxman tried to stab her with this weapon. To kill Miss Faye. Yes, exactly. You look like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of Worcestershire sauce. You have a problem with this testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy? I have a problem with our testimony? A little bit. A dagger, right? A dagger, right? Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's testimony. You do? But this witness is your own client. Yeah, well... fuck it. That's fine. Witness, what side your last statement to the testimony? Yes, sir. Hey, just a moment. That's my job to say that. Listen, bitch. I won't say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me. Okay, now, let's continue. She threw her staff away and pulled a dagger from inside of her robe. Am I supposed to bring up the fact that, her thing does into a... Yes, I am. Iris, there's something strange about your version of events. Huh? Miss Duxton throwing her staff away makes no sense to me. But all you can do with the staff is hit someone. No. Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. If Elise Duxton really had wanted to kill Maya Faye, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Now she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. Oh, seven guy who's in his circle blade. Well, Iris, what do you have to say? Alright. I was impressed with the bit investigating, boy. I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in the staff. But even so, how should I put this? A long sword is unwieldy, and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade. Oh, well... Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with their testimony. There is something strange about this whole testimony. That Misty is her actual mother? I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. This user never attempted to take life of Maya Fey. Because... Is she a separate profile? No, she isn't. Because she's her mother. At least Stuxton would never have attacked Maya Fey. How can you be so sure? Because the victim's real name was not Elise Stuxton. Her real name was Misty Fey. Fey. Ah! No. Not Misty Fey. Mystic? Misty. Misty Fey is a master of the curing channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey. Are you serious? Is it really true, right? Was Elise Stuxton actually the great Mystic Misty? There's no doubt about it. It looks like Iris had no idea. I can hardly believe it. The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one she hasn't seen in 17 years. That's not her only daughter though, but okay. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanations for why she would do such a thing. Ugh! Got you, dumbass. Oh my god, it's really good. Alright, everyone calm down. Upon first hearing the witness' testimony, seemed natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been presented. One, that the victim supposedly threw away his sword during a fight, and two, that the people who battled to their death were mother and daughter, despite the facts being believable when taken on their own. When taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe. Listen, there's nothing in this world that is impossible, except for one little thing. Yes, what is that? You still don't get it. You think maybe my beans are under-roasted, but you have no idea, Gramps. Could you please get your point? I heard this witness's confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee. You're gonna ruin your house, my friend. Anyway, after hearing this woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And he discovered this little beauty. Is that the dagger the witness testified to seeing? Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else? Now if you mention it, look closely, there appears to be a bloodstain. Oh my god, there's a bloodstain on the dagger. What the fuck is going on? Where'd you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated. Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene? Huh? The pine tree? The dagger was stuck in the backside of the pine tree when the last blow was struck, ending a violent battle between the two women. This baby was thrown in the direction of the back pine tree. Which means the blood in this dagger belongs to the victim, right? Were you even listening, bitch? I first heard this confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 13th cup of coffee. Bitch, didn't you say it was your 8th cup a few minutes ago? I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed at such short notice. In any case, the court will accept this shit as evidence. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed immediately. This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right. Bailiff, get this shit out of here. Anyway, testimony we just heard has numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I really wouldn't consider her testimony to be credible. Cute girls never lie. Ever. In any case, the witness, if you could please testify again to this dumbass court. About the incident you saw, the battle between the two women. Alright. Okay. The battle. Missing Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff. But then she dodged Miss Galik's messed attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly Miss Galik was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stolen lantern. That's when Miss Maya stabbed Miss Elise. Miss Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. It's a very heartbreaking story. I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but it had been 17 years of missing Missy's appearance. Yep. They certainly didn't recognize each other anymore. They technically didn't. Let's press everything. Okay, Maya was on some kung fu shit. Low key, like she dodged and did a little confiscation. When you were standing, where were you standing when you went and saw this? What do you mean? Bitch, what do you mean what do I mean? Well, if either of them had noticed you, they might not have continued their battle. I wonder if that's true. The two of them, they were standing near the garden stone lantern. I was watching the whole thing from behind. It was dark where the two of them were, so... So it was dark in the garden when the murder took place. Then she dodged the police's next attack and stole a weapon. What happened to the victim's staff then? I'm not sure. The area was very dark, so I really couldn't see. Maybe I knocked away somewhere as the fight escalated. Looks like I needed for the dagger. At least raise the dagger to strike. That's why I dodged it at the last second. The dagger struck the lantern and fell to the ground. And then at some point, Miss Maya picked it up. This was especially strange yet. Damn it. So you're saying that Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim? But Maya wasn't herself at the time. After all, her life was in danger. I can't believe it. Damn, Maya cornering someone at knife point. It's just ridiculous. As they say, a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. I believe the correct description of a cornered fox is scared and petrified. Your animal analogies have grown tiresome. But you were the one who started it. Anyway. Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. With what, though? Are you absolutely certain that's what you saw? Almost certain. Almost. The ground was dark. I couldn't really tell who was who. What did she just say? So in other words, it could have been someone else entirely. We know that Maya Fey was in the inner temple that night, and that the woman that was killed was Elise Stokesman. Isn't it fairly obvious who attacked who? I haven't even counted that yet. I rushed straight into Miss Elise. Elise doubled over and fell to the ground. She's stabbed in the stomach, eh? But what could it be? Oh, stab in the back. Something about you just isn't right today, Iris. Huh? Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, this testimony you just gave is bullshit. What do you mean? What's bullshit about it? According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim, who had her back to the stone lantern. Right? Yes, that's right. But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach. Right? Yeah, I think so. But, according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back. Ah. This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not the front. Mr. Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony. Ah! Oh, Sarah, oh my god, there's something in the back. What? What the fuck, right? It's simple. People are like books. We've all got a front and a back. Catch my drift? Is that all you have to say? I can also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind. No, the fuck it doesn't. Could you please knock it off with the cheesy dumbass proverbs and logical metaphors? The point is, too much of this testimony is niggery. Throwing away useful staff, people fighting being mother and daughter. And now she falsely claims victim was stabbed in the stomach? There certainly are some inconsistencies. Well, Iris, how about it? Well, it's just... If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing. What do you mean? There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee, but to pick out one, each requires total concentration and use of all the senses. Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said? Got it, explain yourself. Witness was quite unambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly. A human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light. Light. By the way, did you know, Inner Temple has a rule that on nights when an acolyte is there training, the stone lantern in the garden is to always be lit. I wonder what that stone lantern was there for. Well, if that's true, shouldn't witnesses have been able to see crime more clearly? Normally, yes, Your Honor. But according to the head nun, Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light the stone lantern. Impossible? It hadn't been used in a long time and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to be nearly pitch black in the garden that night. There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all. Enlightening. Yes, that illuminating fact has chased all the contradictions away. If the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. And that's why humans are weak. Isn't that right? Trite. No! Oh my god. Alright, everyone calm down, everyone calm down. Here, Your Honor. Will you present the stone lantern into evidence? Maybe we'll rekindle the flame of truth in your mind. Alright. Wasn't it already added? Oh no, that was a blood thing. Why is the judge just sitting there with that look on his face? What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too spicy? This lantern, there's something written on it. Huh. Well, why? It's written in blood. Oh boy. The judge didn't know about that yet. Written in blood. It says Maya upside down. What the? Oh, yeah, that's right. After being cornered and stabbed by Miss Maya, Miss Goose didn't fall down right away. She must have been writing that on the stone ledge behind her, with the blood that was draining out of her body. What was that when the guy was draining blood that was draining out of her body? It certainly looks that way. Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about? What do you mean, what am I talking about? Nigga, we're talking about the message written in blood. Bullshit. This lantern is as clean as a whistle. Could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all? Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday. My eyesight is pretty fucked up. Even with these huge ass goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. But he can't see blood? Well, that's what he meant by that. In any case, this is obviously an important clue. We now know that the crime scene was dark. Then we can scroll the message on the stone lantern. Well, Big G, anything further? Big G? Okay then, let's move on. This thing is shaking. Somehow. I don't think it's from caffeine overdose. Alright, it's now been established that Miss Duckton was killed by Mai Fei. What? That's bullshit! Now it's time to turn our attention to you. That's right. After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. We're all ears. Oh my god, my eyes. Sister Iris's cover-up. After Mystic Elisa died, I called up Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Kirin tradition. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then I used a snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple and... I used a Shishishido to alter the way the wound looked. So you moved the body. Yes, I was raised at the Hazakura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fae Clan. Even so, I never imagined that Lee Stokes' name was actually Misty Fae. I've committed a terrible sin. I don't even relent for a twist of fate. I intend to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body, but you were spotted by the head nun. Yeah, and that's why I couldn't go back. So that makes sense, I guess. Alright, go ahead with your expose. Oh boy, I don't know what to do. Round 3. I don't think these are important. I moved the body from the inner temple by myself. Drag it behind me all the way across Dusty Bridge. It'd be amazing if you could make it all the way across this rickety old bridge. It's worse than it is. Surprisingly sturdy despite its age. Thought I'd say, idiots are too stupid to catch even a simple cold. There's one other thing that bothers me. Why not just throw the body into the river? That's what I'm thinking. It would have been much easier than dragging it all the way to Hazakura Temple. I thought that it would still cast too much suspicion on Mystic Maya. Makes perfect sense to me. For the time being. It's a snowmobile. I knew that would show up sooner or later. Yes, I had the key. I used a snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge. I thought I was in question the other day. Should I know some more details? Damn, yes. About the tracks. If you really didn't move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right? Oh yes, naturally, you would expect tracks. This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that ride? Yes, I think they are. But I can only see one set of tracks here. I don't see what's so strange about that. Yeah, that's true. She came one way. Oh, wait. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple. Where's it, please? Yeah, it already stopped. That's fine. There's such stretch-looking tracks. Very important. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. It doesn't make sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. This should be fun. You. Let's get this snow business cleared up. Yes. What the fuck? I'm sorry, witness, but now I've got a problem with your testimony. Nigga, excuse me? Got it. What the fuck are you doing? That night, after the head nun left the remainder of the training to you, she said she walked from the inner temple back to Hazakura Temple. Yeah? Pretty certain that's what she said. Let's recall her comments on the subject. Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate, the snowmobile. Snowmobile was in the front of the main gate. This is one of those contradictions, wouldn't you say? What's that? My guy, don't even find a contradiction. Calm down. Got it. Why are you pointing out contradictions in the witness testimony? Let's just say I like things to be neat and tidy, alright? Well, maybe. Bikini missed it. Yeah, maybe she didn't see it. You think she missed it? That doesn't sound right. Huh. Whatever. Even I don't think this is decisive enough to warrant any more time or effort. It's just, you better be careful in your testimony. That's all I wanted to say. Smart little cookie like you shouldn't have any trouble understanding that. That took a while, but the reason is because it took me a while to figure it out, but if the snow had stopped after the murder, that means that the lightning must have struck the bridge by then. Because lightning struck the bridge right after the snow stopped, right? Or no, just right... Wait, no, if the snow had already stopped, that means lightning had already struck the bridge then. Which means she wouldn't have been able to cross the bridge. That took a while. My eyes hurt. You couldn't have the snow had stopped already when the murder occurred. I'm sorry, Iris. That is complete bullshit. What? This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed the Dusky Bridge at that time. Why do you say that? Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught on fire. What did you say? The bridge was on fire? She didn't even know about it? You didn't even know about it? It was because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down. What? But it can't be. Looks like you still haven't figured it out yet. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney. Ooh, that was kind of clean. That was kind of smooth. No, Alright, Phoenix, I see you. That's why he's my boy. Everyone calm down, everyone calm down. The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right, the inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way she could have crossed the bridge, body or no body. Witness, even my patience has limits. Any further lying and I will find you in contempt of court. Perjury! Anything you have to say for yourself? The only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Old man. Me? Motherfucker. I mean, he is, Your Honor. Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean shit right now. Shit! The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right? Yeah, of course, but whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not, there are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elise Stokesman was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. And second, the head nun, Sister Bikini, witnessed Iris desecrating Elise Stokesman's body. He makes a good point. On both accounts. That's right. I'm not lying. I don't know how the body got there from Inner Temple to Hazakura Temple, but I think maybe Pearl was the one channeling, what's her name? Dahlia. That was the one stabbing her. When are you coming this time? I wasn't myself at all that night. My memory is still somewhat hazy. No the fuck it isn't, bitch. Bitch, you stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. You're telling me it's now your memory of that night is hazy? It is only human to err. If you're so perfect, boy, maybe you can explain this to the court. What? When the murder happened, the bridge had already burnt down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Or will we? Looks like the defense is not prepared to offer suitable explanation. You see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest this lady's testimony isn't the truth. Well, except the truth. Alright then, let's hear your testimony once more. About what? Admitted that you were the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Will this be her final testimony? I think... Damn it, never mind. Alright, moving the body. Other than walking over to the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling, or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Or are you saying that there was a way to cross a burning bridge? Maybe I am. So it's just a matter of misunderstanding, I see. This is a photo of Dusky Bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident. No way. No way. Nah, I can't. That's silly. That's ridiculous. I mean, could have been possible to carry a corpse across it. Yeah, that's true. Forgot she was carrying a corpse. Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's gonna be deemed as the truth. I will be accused of murder. Try. I'm only gonna say this once more. It is only human to err, and only humans can spot the errors of our ways. What sense he makes? What sense he makes? Alright, right? Your final cross-examination. Begin. Okay. You don't think. You don't think. Mate, you see that long string right there? You could have swung across, carried it in one hand. I mean, you do need a lot of strength for that, but it's not impossible. You could climb. No, you can't swim it. Just got confused. Blah blah blah. Most of the falling has stopped. Does it really matter that much? Well, you think there's a way to cross a burning bridge? How about Larry's sketch? Take this. A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility. What? Ha! You're saying it's possible. Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air. I don't know about that one, Chief. In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen. Preposterous. That was cool. Who the fuck is it? Who the fuck is this witness? Can't shake it out of here. Gotta keep on the track and go, go, go. Laurie Stuxnim's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice. Laurie Stuxnim. Brilliant. Highly gifted. Apprentice? Remember what he said in his testimony. That night he was at that mountain shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event. I think you've all seen this sketch before. It's an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night. Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it? Right. Are you fucking kidding me? You're using a pathetic-ass scribble to support your argument. Oh shit. Jugs looks like he's about to blow a gasket. Well, boy, there's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old, does this sketch prove anything? Yes, I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm going to prove it. Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down. If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with this sketch? Upside down? Why did I say that? Okay. Theory. Oh my god! No. Wait a minute. Never mind. No, I was being stupid. Sketch all my most strikes from is... Damn it. Okay, let me look at the picture. Let's say that that was the bottom, no, the top of the bridge. Wait, how? I was thinking from the very beginning. I said this, didn't I? What if they swung across? I don't know if that's true though. And the thing, there's not even any rope there, but alright, you know what? I'm gonna say it's exactly what happened. Of course the victim was flying. Alright. You can see it right there. I didn't mean that. You know, you're starting to remind me of yesterday's witness. What? That was the last thing I wanted to hear. Do you have any evidence that the victim flew through the air? Just so you know, you haven't discovered a giant human catapult at the inner temple yet. Ugh, I wish I had. Even if you're a lousy lawyer, at least you're one cup's worth of entertainment. I think we should skip the penalty this time. Thank you. I didn't mean it. Okay, whatever. What the fuck? Wait, what? Wait, huh? What do you mean? Oh my god. I can't believe we're looking at this again. I admit that I didn't really understand it before, but I get it now. That's why I believe the sketch shows the truth. Alright. Alright then, let's hear the defense theory. What the fuck is the sketch trying to show? I don't know anymore. I really don't. I think I'll explain about the sketch. No art critic, even I can see that, nigga. No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Laura stated over and over. The sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, if we're to believe his testimony, the sketch contradicts reality as we know it. Contradicts reality? This is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to that finger pointing thing again. Okay, Trot. So exactly contradicts reality as we know it. It's either it's gotta be the person on fire, right? Like, I'm thinking of that, or the fire under the bridge. It's not that I don't think a fire could be under the bridge. I just don't think it'll like. I just don't think the flames will go upside down. I think it's the person on fire. It's a flying figure, naturally. After all, people haven't won the fly yet. Or did I miss something? Right? That actually just now. It was lethal. Thanks. Okay, so he doesn't want to acknowledge this dumbass. Whatever. Keeps upside down. They keep mentioning this upside down shit. Wait, what? I didn't mean to do. Oh, you meant point to like point to something else. Well, it looks like I'm losing another bit of health. Yep. Alright. Somewhere around here. Maybe. Well, the artist responsible for the sketch is a bit of a walking contradiction. It's difficult to point out where the contradiction ends and the truth begins. Enough of the bullshit. Thank you. Okay, rethink things. Yeah, that sounds like a wise idea. Rethinking why he became a lawyer? Perhaps you'd like to rethink maybe being bored. Oh my god. Catch me exactly one thing. Absolutely nothing. I've been a judge for a long time now, but I've never seen a defense lawyer so brazenly admit the flimsiness of their evidence. I must say it was quite refreshing in a strange way. Times change, Your Honor. Like they say, you are quite the old man. Old man. I think my own lifespan just got shorter. Allow me to speed the elongated process. Okay. What the fuck? Oh my god. Wait a minute. Why are the... Oh my god. It's this wire connected to the bridge. The wire? Is that the thing that contradicts reality? Uh-huh. Is it? Why is the game? Okay. Really, game? I've been with you for a long time now, and you've never betrayed me like this. Okay, I hope that was all recording. Anyway, it is indeed. Then show us the reality it supposedly conflicts with. Yeah, duh. There's no wire attached to it. That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, right? That's right. Now compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge, jumping Jehoshaphat, the wires are below the guard wires. There are guard wires? There are wires? What? Okay, I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. She swung across it. This sketch is somewhat different than depicted in the photo because it's upside down. Isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong? Perhaps he just drew it wrong. Either way, sounds like you're just wrong. With someone like Aloris, I admit a mistake is definitely a possibility. But then that begs a question. Why did he make a mistake? What was the reason? Are you saying you know the answer to that? You goddamn right I am. Remember what Loris was doing when he witnessed the event? He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never gonna come. He waited and waited, and finally he laid down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now ponder what sort of position Larry must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembers seeing that way he did. He was lying on his back? I can't see how it relates. But it does, Your Honor. That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down. Ah! Ugh. No way. Loris Duxman witnessed the event while he was lying on his back face up. In other words, the scene that he saw was upside down. That took a little while to figure out, I'll admit. Alright, so the sketch should actually... I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view Loris Duxman's sketch is like this. This is how it should actually look. Oh my god, this is how it actually look. Big's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right, just like a pendulum. What did I tell you? I called it from the very beginning. Everyone calm down, everyone calm down. Of all the things to say, a pendulum. The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found in her temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side, and the pendulum was the only way to get it done. Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards long, which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff. Yeah, that's true. In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you need a rope at least 10 yards long. To get a rope that long, you have to plan ahead. No the fuck you wouldn't. Lightning strike that can only have been an accident. It doesn't make sense that the criminal would have prepared a rope beforehand. From the criminal, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of the criminal. What? I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there. Alright, in that case, right? Give us an explanation to support your theory. Okay. Okay, anyways, the Dusky Bridge photo, it was already right there. And the meaning of this is... You want to know where the rope came from? It's hanging right there in front of your glorious dumbass beard. Ah! This is one of the wires from the bridge. When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so they tied the wire around Elise Duxman's body. because there was simply no other way to move the body. Ha. Go, go, go. Oh, 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 oh. Oh my god, oh my god, he's so good, some coffee, listen. Got it. How much coffee does that nigga have? It seems that Mr. God is more focused on his coffee than answering my question. It seems that the odds of the rope being readily available are very high. So I suppose it's not an impossibility after all. Possible or impossible? That's not the question we need to ask. There's only one question. Did that really happen? Try. I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. Do you have any actual evidence the body was swung over like a pendulum? Do I? The crystal sphere, maybe? I don't know. Before okay. I hope this is right. Before I play my Amazon, let me read this so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of the inner temple. So that was the spot where the criminal... That's right. Now let's consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. The body was pushed from this point here. It would have dropped on the opposite bank at approximately this point. Did you say drop? Well, we must have failed to catch the body on the other bank. What? What makes you think something like that happened? Well, how would they get across? If I have evidence that suggests her body dropped some distance. What kind of evidence? Take a look at this autopsy report. It says here her body fell about 10 feet after her death. 10 feet, eh? That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. The body overswung due to forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. And then as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose. That's... Yes, this blood-stained amethyst crystal is the one that came off of Miss Elise Buxom's staff. And even more important is the place where this crystal sphere was found. Indeed, I believe it was already marked on an overhead map. The crystal was found... precisely in the very same spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed. Oh my god, this would have been alive given the amount of speed. This explained your theory quite well, right? You provided us with the way the body could have been moved that night. An impressive deduction. Most impressive. Mr. Wright! I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down. What the fuck, got it? That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, boy. But you forgot about one thing. Oh, what would that be? The aroma. Huh? A coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma. The rest of the court does not speak Coffinese. Can you please elaborate it more? If the criminal had sent the body to the other side like you say, then naturally, there must have been an accomplice laying in wait to catch it. An accomplice? The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So, who the fuck collected the body? What do you gotta say about that, bitch? God, it is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, right. You know what you must do. Yes. The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice. Alright then. If you please, right? Who the fuck was the person that received the body on Hazakura Temple side? It must have been... I really don't know. Dahlia, right? No, she's dead. Could have been channeled. Eesh, 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 eesh. It must have been... I mean, it... No. I mean... Actually, yeah, that's true. She was at the inner temple. She couldn't have been there. It must have been... Iris? Because she was dead. She... I mean... Yeah, it had to have been Iris. It can only be you. Iris. Huh? Ah! But I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could never pick up a body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it. Trap, where you've been listening to the witness's testimony. On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on cleanup duty in the inner temple garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath. Yeah, I've forgotten, but have you, Mr. Gotti? This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim. Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time. Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony? Mention what? The pendulum, of course. Using the sketch drawn by an eyewitness, I've established how the body was moved using the burnout bridge, which means it's now a fact that this has occurred. Something you should have already known. No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about a pendulum. But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help. So you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about the whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with. What? How can you say that right? What? What kind of niggery? You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple? Are you fucking kidding me, Trite? You mean this woman is... No one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach during this trial. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. I'm not standing there in the stand. Her real name is... I never thought I'd have to utter your name again, let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. Hawthorne? Iris had a twin sister. And you're looking at her. Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Her name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless. It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh yes, I remember now. That case, 5 years ago. My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your presence. The honor's all mine. No, the honor's all mine. But, according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. Just her execution was carried out last month. So what? Death has no meaning in this courtroom. What? Oh my god, there's no meaning anymore. There's no meaning. Alright, everyone calm down, Wait a minute. How can you... My sister, she's already dead. What kind of... Hold it right there, bitch. No, no, no. You of all people should already understand. After all, the point of the master of carrying channeling technique flows within that body. The carrying channeling technique. Now where have I heard that? That's right, you're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium. And currently the spirit medium inhabiting the body. What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite bullshit. You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be challenged by someone, on the very night of the murder, to a temple where her twin sister Iris was. Well, if you're gonna put things that way, then yeah. We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens? Well, yeah, bitch. No, no, no. Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions. What is that? These instructions were written by your mother, Morning Faye. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple. Two of them? You know the time the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell. In other words, 10 o'clock p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time. That means that Iris was at dinner. That means the Iris that was at dinner was a real Iris. And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her, namely the one Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know what you're saying, boy? This whole channeling spirited Dahlia Hawthorne shit. Yes, it's true that you found plans to talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The one who's currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris. What? Oh my god, why am I saying that? Calm down and know what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. It was later that the body was moved by the pendulum. That's right. Naturally, that would mean that Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far? Yeah, I got you. After being notified of what had happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in a room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police's supervision at the detention center. Yeah, I guess. She can't deny any of that. Oof, thank goodness. Looks like he's finally convinced. There's still some niggery going on. I'm not convinced that this Iris is the same as the other night. Huh. Suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous. Like the real Iris and the spirited Dahlia are somehow switched places. Switched places. Real Iris and spirit of Dahlia. To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know. Unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with the trial. Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to challenge Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere. Yeah, there was one. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance. Oh, explain yourself. Yesterday for a few minutes, Iris' whereabouts were unknown. Unknown? What do you mean? What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised. Well, who the fuck was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move all about freely like that? I'm sorry. I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. The person who gave Iris a chance to freely move about was... it was my boy. This is Mr. Edgeworth, right? Your Honor? There was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not? An earthquake? Rumble, 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 rumble. Earthquake! Oh my goodness, the inner temple. What kind of tremor might... How could I? She fled. She escaped. We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh my gosh, even with Dahlia Hawthorne. That's quite enough already, right? Now look here. No judge in his right goddamn mind would consider the idea of spirituality. Be quiet. It's been a long time, Mr. Judge. That voice. Guess I'll have to ask again. Upon meeting... Oh my god, this nigga's so smooth. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules. Dahlia Hawthorne. And my current profession? Permanently retired. Huh. So you're not gonna bother hiding your identity anymore, eh? Why should I, after all? I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me. Damn, look at that smile. Look at that grin. This bitch. Never thought we'd meet again. I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time, I'll end it. For her and for me. To be continued.